It's a perfect morning for a scooter ride here in Shanghai, China, so come along with me. It is an absolutely perfect morning here in Shanghai. It is currently 6:19 a.m. and I love waking up at this time to go for a ride. Of course, the last video that you saw on my scooter was when I told you about my accident. That was a few weeks ago. Everything is okay now. There's a link in the description to that video if you'd like to go and see it, because it was a scary experience. I got hit by a van and luckily no serious injuries. But if you've never seen the streets of China before, then this is what they look like. I live here in Shanghai, so hit subscribe if you want to see what daily life is like here in China for a foreigner, because I try and show you as much realism as possible. And I think this is a great way of doing it. Just stick my camera on. I'm not holding the camera right now. It's hanging around my neck, so you definitely get that unedited point of view. And I think it's a great way to see Shanghai. Okay, so in my previous videos, I've told that Chinese people have some very, very low self-awareness. Like, why is that lady standing right in the middle of the street? There's absolutely no reason for it. And some people got mad about it. It's like, you can't say that. I can say that. It is absolutely true that Chinese people have very, very low self-awareness. And we're definitely going to see some examples of that during this ride, because I see it every single day. So one thing you're going to notice, I hope that you notice it, is the roads are very, very quiet. Of course they're quiet right now because there's not many cars on the street, but even when there's a lot of traffic, the roads are still very quiet because most of the cars are electric. 99% of the scooters are electric, so you don't hear engines. And this is something that a lot of foreigners notice when they come here, and then they go home and they just realize just how loud the roads are at home. But here, not really. So at this time of the day, the only people you're really going to see is old people exercising, just like that guy there, again, in the middle of the street, and people going to work. It is a Sunday morning, but the construction guys, they work every single day. So those are really the people that we're going to see this morning. And then the tourists are going to start waking up. And the streets are going to become very, very busy. Got to be very, very careful, because most people don't follow the rules. I love riding my scooter. It's so much fun. I use it every single day to get to work, because before I was using the shared bike. That guy's on a shared bike. You can see them lined up on the side of the street here. That is something you're going to see absolutely everywhere. There are millions of shared bikes in Shanghai, and they're extremely convenient, but I'm very, very happy now that I do have a scooter. We're going to pass a metro station on the right there, and we're going to be passing a lot of those because Shanghai has the best public transport system in the entire world. So this is my area. This is where I live. It is not touristy at all. There's nothing fancy about this area, but it is very, very nice. Many foreigners that live in Shanghai, they choose to live right downtown where the action is. And I like to be able to travel in to downtown when I want to, but I always want to be able to leave. But just because I don't live downtown does not mean it is not busy. This area, well, pretty much every single area of Shanghai is extremely busy. Like, why did that guy just pull right in front of me? There's no reason for it. Just wait 1 second and he can go behind me. But it's an absolutely perfect morning. Weather is great. I'm so happy that, I was going to say spring is here, but spring lasted about a week. We had very nice weather for like a week, and then it just became super duper hot. So it is already summer here in Shanghai. It is currently about 70 degrees at 6:30 a.m. And then later on today it's going to get up to about 85. So I'm going to quickly talk about something that I've had a few comments about, and I absolutely cannot believe that people think this is true about China. Something about the social score or social system or something. It is absolutely not true. That the cameras are watching you and you lose points on your social score or something if you break the rules. It's absolutely not true. See that woman? She just went straight through the red light. People do it every single day. Nothing is going to happen to her, I guarantee you. I promise you that. So all this rubbish about social score, or I honestly don't know what it means, to be honest, because it doesn't happen. But when people ask me about this, I don't even respond to them. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever talked about it, just because it's absolutely rubbish. There are so many myths and fake news about China that people actually believe. I'll give you another example. Right now I can go right in the middle of the street, I can go on the wrong side of the road, and nothing's gonna happen. Of course, you gotta be careful, don't do anything stupid. I wouldn't do that if it was a busy rush hour, but definitely gotta be very, very careful. So this is something there's also a lot of is construction. So there's a sign right there, it's telling me the bikes are gonna go to the left here. So they have a temporary bike lane. So sometimes the bike lane actually goes on the sidewalk. It goes on the pavement, so you need to be very, very careful. You need always follow it, always. Because you do not want to be in the street when you shouldn't have to be. I want to spend the least amount of time in the street as possible. Because the cars don't follow the rules. The scooters don't follow the rules. It seems like you can get away with pretty much anything. I'm gonna beat this lady just to let her know that I'm going around her. Just a warning. But we're heading to the most modern area of the city. And it shouldn't be very busy at this time. So I'm going to stop at this intersection here and let's see how many people break the law. So there's a guy across the street, he's going to break the law, he's going through the red light right now. So the cars are going to turn right here, which is actually allowed in China. So even though there's a red light, cars can still turn right. And that is something that was a factor when I had my accident, because I got hit by, see that guy just broke the law? Like, what's going to happen to him? Absolutely nothing. Almost run over that guy there crossing the street. Nothing happens to these people. That lady went straight through the red light. So that's all I'm going to talk about, the social system or points or whatever it is. But just know it is absolutely not true. Again, just look at these streets. I'd love to know, do you look at this and think, wow, it's so interesting, this is what China looks like? Or do you think, wow, there is nothing exciting about this at all? Like, I genuinely like to know, because I like to see the real place. You know, it's great to see downtown, it's great to see the touristy areas, but you know, this is real China, this is real Shanghai, and this is the kind of stuff that I love to show, because maybe you've never seen it before. And I'm very happy that I can be the one to show you. See all those security guards on the right there, getting ready to do their day of work. See how many people we count in there. Probably 10 people right there just broke the law. But I'm gonna wait, because I don't want another accident. No, thank you. It's a scary experience. So it's pretty much every man for himself on the streets, because absolutely nobody is going to help you out. Common courtesy is not a thing at all. You definitely have to be aggressive. If you're driving, if you're riding a scooter, you have to be very, very careful, but you do have to be aggressive, because you won't get anywhere, because nobody's going to help you out. It's kind of sad, to be honest, because it just makes the streets dangerous. See, these people are going to go right in front of me. So if I did the right thing, which was carry on going, I would have hit them. So I see a lot of older people right now doing their shopping. They're getting their fresh vegetables in the morning here. And that is something that I see every single morning, because I wake up super early to run before work. I'm a primary school teacher here in Shanghai, and I'm usually running at about 5 a.m. and the streets are just full of older people doing their exercises every single morning. See, I don't know if you can see it, but the streets, all of these shops are just full of older people. The older people here in China, they're very, very active. They stay very fit, which is great, because I know British people, they don't do that. The older people, they're going to be at home watching TV. Again, I'd love to know, is this interesting to see this? Because this is a very, very local, normal street, right? I'm gonna try and make this light. That guy's gonna go right in front of me. He just broke the law. Oh my gosh. That guy just broke the law. That lady's breaking the law. Oh my gosh. It happens every day. I see at least 100 people break the law every single day. See those shared bikes again, just lined up along the street? Something that makes China very, very convenient. What is on the back of that truck? Oh, it's furniture. See the wooden chairs? Chair delivery. Let's go right here. Springtime is the best time if you want to visit Shanghai, because there's so many streets like this that are just lined with the trees, and it makes it beautiful. I'm just constantly looking in my mirrors. I'm looking in every direction because I'm just waiting for somebody to walk across the street or a car to pull out, because it is every man for himself. We're gonna go left here. Beautiful morning. It's gonna be so hot today, but right now it is very, very nice. So I do have indicators. I have a blinker, which is what Americans call it, and most of the scooters don't have it, so you kind of have to guess where people are going. See, look, all of these people are breaking the law. It happens every single day. And what happens? Nothing. Another one, he's going straight through the red light. So in terms of every man for himself, when the light changes to green, I'm actually going to cut across all of these cars because I want to go left, and nobody's going to stop for me, so I kind of have to be aggressive and go in front of them. And then you can see the bike lane. See the sign there is telling me to go to the right, so the bike lane actually goes on the pavement. So I'm on the sidewalk right now, and people will absolutely walk here. So the maximum speed of my electric scooter is 25 kilometers per hour, and the range on one full battery is about 40 to 45 kilometers, and for me to get to work it's about 10 kilometers, so I can get there and back on one charge, no problem. I usually charge it overnight every day just so it's ready to go the next day. This lady's gonna pull right out in front of me. Look, she didn't even see me. She did not even see me. Crazy behavior. Some days I definitely wake up and pinch myself that I live in Shanghai, China. And it's kind of strange because if I have a lazy weekend and I don't leave my home, I definitely forget that I'm in China. It sounds stupid, but it does happen. And one thing that reminds me that I'm in China is the road signs. When I see those Chinese characters, I'm like, wow, I am in such a different place to where I'm from. Because it is not just a regular old big city, just like London, just like New York, no. Like, there is no place in the entire world like China. So this area of Shanghai does have a lot of one-way streets. All right, let's see how many people we see breaking the law. That guy just broke the law. He crossed the street on a red. Oh my gosh, come and get him. Come and arrest him. So this is something that happens as well. So this truck, this lorry has stopped right in the bike lane, so I have to go in the street to get around him. That guy's just crossing the street right in the middle. Come and arrest him. All right, I'm gonna try and make this green light. I'm gonna put my blinker on, put my indicator on left. I'm gonna go straight. So I crossed the line on a green. I'm gonna cut right across this traffic, and I made it. All right, I gotta show you something over here. I'm gonna go on the sidewalk. Please don't arrest me. You see these older people, they're exercising. It is before 7 a.m. All of these people woke up specifically to come here, meet their friends, and exercise. Look at it. How cool is that? Tell me, does that happen where you live? Because it definitely does not happen in the UK. Here is the entrance to the metro station. Let me swing around and show you. There you go. South Pudong Road Station, exit 4. You see what I mean? I'm on the sidewalk and it's completely acceptable. Nobody's gonna say anything. I'm not gonna get arrested. It is a beautiful morning. Our destination is straight ahead. So this road is called Century Avenue. It is a long main street here in Pudong, and it's going to lead us to probably the #1 most popular area in Shanghai. See, I'm on the sidewalk again, and just behind these trees, you're going to see it in a second, is the most iconic tower in Shanghai. And I love the fact that I live so close to it. It took me about 20-25 minutes to get here, and that's going slow, but there it is. That is the Oriental Pearl Tower. It's an incredible building, one of my favorites, and it is shining this morning. Just look at that. Hopefully you can see it clearly, but in real life it is pink and purple. So every single day, every single evening, this area is going to be so busy. You can see the towers there. That is the Shanghai Tower, the 3rd tallest building in the world. And this area is called Lujiazui. Lujiazui. I'm just going to go around this roundabout a few times just to show you the scenery, because it is incredible. It's such a cool area. And there is the Oriental Pearl Tower. Look at it. It is so cool. Very lucky that there's no cars here right now, because this is one of the busiest areas of Shanghai. It is always so busy. And in a few hours, this area is going to be full of tourists. Thousands and thousands of people are going to be up there. There's like a circle, what would you call it? Pedestrian roundabout. I'm being very careful though. But it is so cool. And it's extremely rare that I could actually come down here. I actually don't even know if I'm allowed to be here. Of course, I'm being very careful though. But I guess people can walk straight down the middle just like that, so I guess I'm okay. But let me stop right here and show you. Look at that. How cool is that? And good morning. I hope that you've been enjoying this ride along. There is the Shanghai Tower, that one. 3rd tallest in the world. Look at this view this morning. Perfect blue skies. And there it is, the Oriental Pearl Tower. Wow, what an experience. Definitely pinch myself sometimes that I live in Shanghai. It's a pretty incredible place. Let's do a few more laps of the roundabout, because I've actually never been on my scooter here before. Usually there's so many traffic police controlling the traffic because it gets so busy around here. Over there is a Disney store. That was actually the first Disney store in China. A lot of shopping malls around here. It's a very famous area. When the tourists visit Shanghai, this is the area that they like to come to, or one of the areas that they like to come to. I think the streets are going to start getting busy right now, so let's get out of here. Should we go up there? Let's go up there. I can show you what it looks like up there. Let me park my scooter, and then we can take a walk around Lujiazui. Let me give you this point of view. Look at that. It is shining. Isn't that incredible? Wow, I really hope that you can see that clearly on the video, because in real life, it is beautiful. Here is an ocean aquarium. I came there for a field trip with my students a few weeks ago, But look at it, it is so cool. There is a restaurant at the top there. Rotating restaurant. The top sphere actually spins. Or pearl, I should call it a pearl because it's the Oriental Pearl Tower. So the top pearl actually spins. It takes 30 minutes to get all the way around. And you can eat dinner there. Let's go on the sidewalk again. And I'm gonna stop right here. Because why not? The weather right now is absolutely perfect. Mickey Mouse. So they usually have something new outside the Disney store whenever something new is happening at Disney. So before it was something to do with the Disney Adventure, the new cruise ship, but right now it is Toy Story. Because Toy Story 5 is coming out. So they have a display here for people to take pictures. Very, very nice. And they have the art on the windows there. And then over here they have some more Toy Story stuff. They are watering the Mickey right now. I'll show you what it looks like from up there. Look at that, how cool is that? This says Ni Hao, which means hello. And it says there is coming out on 6/19, which is in a few weeks. See what I mean about the Chinese writing? Because maybe you've never seen Toy Story in Mandarin. How cool is that? So at Shanghai Disneyland, all the shows are going to be in Chinese, and Mickey Mouse is going to speak Chinese, and Jack Sparrow is going to speak Chinese. And this is something that definitely surprised me when I went there. But those are the reminders that I have that, oh my gosh, I'm in China. How did I end up in China? But yeah, there you go. Just rode from my home to Lujiazui on my electric scooter. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me show you what it looks like from up here. Let's go up these escalators. They are turned off right now. And here we go. It is starting to warm up already. It is 7:06. So that is where I was riding. There's the roundabout. I was riding around that. Isn't it just incredible? Let me show you the Mickey Mouse. There it is. Shaped like a Mickey. Give it a few hours. There's gonna be 1 million people here. This area is always super duper duper busy. So it is very, very unique and cool to have it to yourself. Nobody here. Wow. Wow. There is not a cloud in the sky. It is beautiful. If the weather could be like this 24/7, all day, every day, I'd be happy. I would accept it right now. Because it is perfection. Got the flowers lined up here, the other side as well. And somebody asked me the last time I came here, are these flowers real? Yes, they are absolutely real. Is anybody gonna steal them? No. Is anybody gonna vandalize them? No. Because we don't do that crap here. And it's a shame that people do that. See that roundabout again? Still celebrating the year of the horse, Chinese New Year. Look at it, look at it. Isn't it just amazing? I get these random times on random days where I just realize how far away from home I really am. I mean England, my home in England. And this is one of those times because I feel very, very, very far away from home. And it makes me so happy that I can live in this place, but it just makes me miss home sometimes. So we're gonna get a great view of the Shanghai Tower. It's gonna peek between those two buildings. There it is. You can go to the top of there as well. The top of Shanghai. See those flowers again? Very, very nice. There's absolutely no reason for anybody to steal them or vandalize them. So there's a vending machine here. We are in probably the most touristy place in the entire city of Shanghai. What do you think the prices are for these drinks in this vending machine? Because think about the most touristy place in London or New York, the prices are going to be sky high, right? Because this is where the tourists come. But no, not here. So a bottle of cold water is 4 yuan. 7 yuan is $1. So it's what, 60 cents or something? We have an energy drink here for 8 yuan. Again, just over $1. Orange juice, 7 yuan, $1. We have some peach tea, 8 yuan. Getting ripped off, getting absolutely ripped off. But it doesn't happen here. Actually, those prices are increased because if you go to the store, you go to the convenience store, it's going to be even less than that. So yes, the prices are increased, but they're not so much increased that you get ripped off. But if you look at the map of Shanghai, the Huangpu River runs right through the middle. So the east side of Shanghai is called Pudong. That's where I am right now. That's where I live. And then the west side is called Puxi. And if I look down this street, those buildings at the end, they're actually across the river. So there is Puxi, because if I walk down the street, I'm going to see the Huangpu River. And that is actually where the Bund is. So these buildings here, they're actually on the Bund, which is another very, very famous area of Shanghai. If you type in the Bund on the internet, you're going to see the Shanghai skyline. But not from this area, actually from the Bund across the river. I'm going to say goodbye to Mickey and the Disney store. We're going to hop back on the scooter and do a little bit more riding, show you more of the streets. So across the intersection there is a ferry station. It's a fun way to cross the river. And yes, you can take a bicycle, you can take a scooter on the ferry, and you don't have to pay extra, which is very surprising. And it costs about 50 US cents to take the ferry across the river. It takes about 3 minutes. And when I got my scooter, I actually got it across the river, so I had to take it on the ferry to get home because I live on this side of the river. See, look at the streets. They're beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Where's the trash? Like, why is there no trash on the ground? There's no reason there's trash on the ground. Can we all agree to not put trash on the ground? Can we just, everyone in the world just agree to do that? Because when I tell people that it's extremely rare to see trash on the ground in China, for some reason they just don't believe me because they don't believe it's possible. It's like, look at this. Like, this video is not edited. It's literally a POV. It's in live action. Like, where's the trash? It's crazy. It's like the flowers we saw back there. Like, people don't believe that it's real. Like, why would there be real flowers there? Like, people steal them and people like damage them. It's like, no, like, who does that? And it makes me angry that we cannot have nice things. And the reason we can't have nice things is because people don't take care of it. It's like the shared bikes. The reason that every city in the world does not have shared bikes is because people will not look after them. People will damage them, people will steal them, but it just doesn't happen here. Trust me, as a tourist, if you ever visit China, you are going to be extremely surprised. Like, it's honestly going to blow your mind. Because you just cannot believe how clean it is. You cannot believe what the place is actually like. And I don't really talk about it that much in my videos because I don't want to make those type of videos, but this image, this reputation that China has is just, like I was talking about earlier about the social score or whatever, like the fact that people actually believe that is just craziness. Like, we've seen at least 100 people break the law this morning. But people are still going to watch this video and say, no, it's not true. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, you show people the truth and they still won't believe it. So don't waste your time on those people. But yeah, I don't really talk about that kind of stuff in my videos because it's pretty boring. And some people just don't want to be convinced. They don't want to see the truth. So this guy coming towards me now in his very nice suit, is going to work, but he's on the wrong side of the street. And this happens a lot again. So let me talk about helmets for a second. So yes, right now I'm wearing a helmet. I never, ever, ever ride my scooter unless I'm wearing a helmet. But people choose to not wear a helmet, which just blows my mind. This guy's on the wrong side of the road again. Need to be very careful. At least he has a helmet on. So if you don't wear a helmet, you will get fined. the police will stop you, they will pull you over, and they will fine you. And if you're wondering how much the fine is about $4 US. Yes, 4, 1, 2, 3, $4 US. So it's up to you if you want to risk your life and if you want to pay the $4 fine, but it is by law you have to wear a helmet if you're riding a scooter, electric scooter. So if you're riding a bicycle or a shared bike, you don't have to wear a helmet. Of course, I highly recommend that you do. So this lady's on a shared bike. She doesn't have a helmet, that's okay. She's not going to get fined. But that guy right there, no helmet. If the police stop him, he's going to get fined. And I will definitely make more of these videos if you want to see more POV of a scooter ride. I would love your feedback. How's the sound? How's the picture quality of this video? If I can do anything to make it better, then please let me know. Please give me feedback on that, because these videos are really fun for me because I like riding around anyway, so I might as well just stick a camera on and just film it. I think people will find it interesting to see completely unedited and just see what I see. Because it's a pretty incredible place to live. It is not perfect. There's many things that I don't like about living in China, but there are some great things as well. On the right there is a Tesla store. Come and get your Teslas. It is a popular car brand, but definitely not the most popular electric car brand. There is a fire station. See the fire trucks? Very, very cool. See, it's small things like that. Of course you have fire stations where you live, but maybe it's interesting to see a Chinese fire station. I have no idea. See, these people just stepped into the road. There's absolutely no reason for them to be standing there. There's no reason. Like, why would you want to stand there? Just put yourself in danger. Doesn't make any sense to me. I would love anybody, Chinese people, to explain that to me. Crazy, crazy. Don't ever tell me that Chinese people have good self-awareness. Don't ever tell me that. That guy walked straight out into the street in front of me without even looking. Breaking the law. Come and arrest him. Look at that. Nobody's guarding them. The delivery driver's probably on his way. Nobody's going to steal these. 0 of these packages are going to be stolen today. Look at it. Can we just all agree to not steal stuff? Can we? Because the world would be a much better place if we just decided that. Because these packages are going to sit here maybe an hour, maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. But 0 of these packages are going to be stolen. Look, there could be expensive stuff there. There could be, who knows? It blows my mind. It blows my mind what happens in China. I see stuff every single day that I just don't see. I definitely don't see it in the UK. I don't see it in any other country that I visited. And that's what makes China China. Anyway, this video is going to end here. Blows my mind. It blows my mind that this happens here and it doesn't happen anywhere else. Anyway, everything that I've said in this video, it's completely my opinion. It's just stuff that I see every single day. Nothing is a complaint. It's just things that confuse me and things that I find interesting. So I really hope that you found it interesting as well. Hit subscribe, because I live right here in Shanghai. And if you want to see more scooter videos, then please let me know, because it is so much fun for me to ride my scooter. This is what I use to film these videos, by the way. My camera just clips on here and then you can see my point of view. So have a great day. Thanks for coming along with me on this scooter ride on a beautiful Sunday morning. Have a great day. See you next time. Goodbye. 再见.